Well, Yair, right here. I know you want the undisputed belt, and that's the interim belt, and it's right there in front of you. But I guess what are the emotions now that you are another Mexican champion up there on stage?
Even though I believe that I could do this in one stage of my life, it's almost like unbelievable at the same time. I don't know, it's weird to explain, that I finally get to carry this belt around and call myself a champion. It's been a long journey, I was talking to my coaches earlier on, and they say, okay, it's been a long time. It's been already 10 years since we started working, and this feels surrealistic, but I'm really happy. I'm super happy that I can have my family here with me for this special moment in this special land. That I always wanted to come here to Australia. The public was so amazing. The crowd was perfect, and the people have been so nice to me and my family, and I can't wait to come back here.
You said immediately there were a lot of bumps in the road just to get here to Australia. So given everything that happened leading up to this, where does this rank in terms of your career wins?
Can you repeat the question?
Given everything that you went through to get here to Australia, you had to fly, you had to stay in, I think it was Bali, you said, for a long time, the other side of the world. Where does this just rank in terms of just the whole journey and everything in your career?
Well, it's just whenever you get into the top of a mountain and then you get to the top, you still realize there is more. Exactly in that point right now. I just got here, just to realize there is more to come, and there is more places to go, and this is, I don't want to say nothing, because this is a lot for me. But compared to what one can do in this sport, this means just a little, So I'm gonna keep pushing to accomplish more goals into this company, into my dream, and making my family, my country, and my friends feel proud of me.
Looking at this fight against Josh, did this play out as you thought? He seemed to land a couple hard punches in the first, and then you came out very aggressive in the second round.
Yeah, I worked with my coaches the same strategy as you saw in the fight. I worked with my training partners. We knew he was going to come hard. We knew he was going to move around and then try and sit down and land those hard punches. We talked about it in the interviews. He's so explosive. He's aggressive and quick. I couldn't see that punch, coming towards me, and all of a sudden I was out for a second, And in the second round, it wasn't the first one when I hit him with the liver kick, and I saw him kind of like slowly start like slowing down. I could see him like kind of struggling to the fight. I could land a couple good punches. He had a good cut in his face, and I was like, okay, just be relaxed and you will get it. Don't get desperate. And then he landed that good punch, and coming out in that second round, I was saying to myself, just stay positive. You will get it. Don't get desperate, and everything is gonna be there. You just believe in yourself, and I could get the W.
We saw your coach Izzy Martinez cage side after you got the belt, and he has long been saying that you're going to get the UFC championship at some point. So what was it like to finally go back there and see him with that championship?
I told him, hey, bro, it's been a long time, right? It should took me less time than this. It's like, no, everything is a journey. Everything is a journey, And if you're in this point in your career right now, it's because it had to be like that. So, for everybody it's different. For me, it was this way, and also Coach Mike and Coach Izzy, they've been putting a lot of work into this, and many other people there. I don't know here, they've been putting a lot of effort and work into making me who I am right now as an athlete, as a person, and I can thank all the people enough for all those days of hard work.
And finally, I have to ask about Alex Volkanovski's performance in the main event. It was obviously a very close fight. He says he wants to drop back down and unify the belts. At what point do you start, looking at that fight down the road and breaking down how to match up with Alex?
Yeah, I was looking at the fight. I couldn't really see that much of the fight. It was how it was going in between Islam and him, but it was a pretty good fight. As I could see, it's a pretty close fight. Talking about his fight against me, I think he's quick. I think he's explosive and he has a pretty good wrestling and jiu-jitsu defense. So I think the fight in between him and I will like stay standing up. So it will be like more of a striking fight. And everything comes down to who does it better in that day, who does a better strategy, and who's able to maintain the strategy if it's working, and able to adjust if it's not working. And I can see much about anything. It's just a matter of who does it better that day.
Here, tonight was the first time Alex has lost in the UFC, and in over 10 years. When you guys fight, do you think that's going to have a more motivated version of him, or do you think maybe you're catching him at the perfect time now, because maybe, who knows, where his confidence will be at, where his mindset will be at, all those things?
Bro, he's fighting for the 155-pound division against Islam Makhachev. He's not fighting like a nobody. Islam is tough. It's really tough. We have seen the Russian guys fighting this company. They're super tough, and he was able to go in there, not only 5 rounds, but demonstrate that he's capable of also winning. Because the fight was pretty close. It was 3 rounds to 2. So I think he did a pretty good job. I just think the fight between him and I will be as it has to be. He will be there 100%. I don't see why not. And I'll be there 100% as well. So you guys will have a pretty good fight.
Do you think you'll have to come back here and do the unifier here? Or we had Dave Shaw, the UFC executive up there, I asked him about maybe doing it in Mexico, and he didn't dismiss it. So would that be your perfect world?
Yeah, that would be perfect. I talked to Alexander Volkanovski in the past in Dallas. No, not that much with them, but with his manager. He asked me, will you be able to go to Australia? Will you go to Australia? I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, of course I'll go. So I stick to my word, and I came here, won the interim title, and now I want to ask the UFC to take this belt, this championship fight, to Mexico City in September, whenever they open in the UFC Performance Institute, so we can do it there.
I don't know if you saw Alex's walkout tonight and how crazy that was, but is that something you dream of like what that could be like for you in Mexico?
I didn't really see it. I was busy doing the interviews and some pictures and stuff. And I wasn't able to see it, but I'm sure. I have no doubt that it was crazy for him. All the people here they're big fans. And they are really supportive of their people, and I'm sure it was crazy for sure.
You've had some bumps in the road on this journey, the losses to Edgar, Holloway. Was there any point that you thought like you might not get to this crowning moment that you're at now?
Yeah, those are the moments that I thought the most, those are like the demons that I talk in the interviews that you have to fight every single day of your life. The what ifs. What if I can't? What if I don't? Or what if this happens? Or what if, and some of those things they never became true, so the only thing that you can do is live your life the best way possible, avoiding the most mistakes you can and doing the best you can, and then stop thinking that much. Just live. And with that said, I've been learning to fight my demons every single day and winning over them every time that I think of situations like that.
And who's been the most instrumental in this journey for you?
Who?
Who's been probably the most motivating? Who's motivated you the most? Perhaps a coach, a family member, to get you to this moment?
It's just a mix of everybody. I can mention a single person, but of course my mom. My mom has my heart. She's a special part of my life. My brother as well, my little sister, my dad is a special part of my life, of course. But those 2 guys back there looking at me right now, my coaches, they've been there for me regardless of my craziness, of what I decide to do. They've been there for me for many years and putting a lot of trust and effort into this to become true. And I can thank them enough because they have seen me in my worst, they have seen me in my best, and they know me like no many other people knows me. And having me here right now is amazing. I can thank my management team enough. I can thank my friend Marco enough for helping me out to get here. And it's just a mix of everybody. All my people back there at home. It's everybody. You have to kind of absorb the best energy from everybody and put the negative away. My friends, I know I'm ready for me there. They were just calling me moments ago and look at the phone and they were just calling me, because they want to talk to me. I'm sure they want to congratulate me. I'm sure what they want to say. I'm sure they're going to say, we knew you're going to become a champion one day. We told you this, we talked about it. And it's just been a long journey. Of many people believing in me, but especially myself.
And can you talk about the love that Australia has had for you during this fight? They've really adopted and taken you in. When you walked out, Australia went wild for you. Have you felt that love throughout fight week?
If I have felt that before?
Just the love that Australia has for you. They've really kind of adopted you this fight week.
Yeah, that was crazy, because I was probably one of the contenders for the 145 title itself, and they knew it, and they even like that they were able to applaud me and cheer for me. Many people walk towards me in the street and ask me for pictures, and they didn't stop telling me how much good and luck they wish me. And I really love to be here, and not only that, I have friends from here that there's been a long time I didn't see. I was really happy to see them, and it's amazing. It's amazing to be here. This is the first experience that I have flying this long, and having my family here just makes it so special.
Thanks, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just towards right at the end there, after Josh submitted, you said something to him, and I was just wondering what you said to him.
Yeah. So this is a really important point for us, right? Like I already said. And when I finished the triangle, I could see his expression, the desperation of like, fuck, I lose. I lose. It's like he saw his opportunity go away, but I just want to say to him, no. I told him, no, hey, no, stop. Like, stop that thinking that you have right now. You're a warrior. You will overcome this. You got this. So the only thing that I can say to him, you're a warrior, brother. We find the way to wake up, to stand up every time we fall into the ground, and I'm sure you will do that. So stay strong, and I'm sure we'll see each other in the future again. So just keep being strong, brother.
What sort of bond do you make with someone when you're in the cage fighting them, even if you don't like them? It's a very unique situation, and how do you feel towards a person once you've been in that situation with them?
Can you repeat the question?
Being in the octagon and fighting someone is a very unique, it's actually quite intimate situation. So what can you say to the bond you build with someone once you've fought them?
I mean, there is no much that it can be said, only wishing the guy the best. Wishing everybody, your opponent, the best. I'm the guy that likes to attack my opponents in many ways, only when I'm fighting, I like to make this sport as clean as possible, out and in the cage. We can get to any direction you want. It's gonna be up to you how far you wanna take it with me, because I'm able to do so as well. But I like to be easy on my opponents, friendly, and whenever I have to talk, it's inside the cage and doing my job, and that's it. I don't see why talking. So not much.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you.